Hi, I'm Chuck Fasst. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
Well, hello there. I'm Tony Brisky. This is my life's goal, Cobra. I've worked on this car for 22 years. It's been designed by me from the ground up. There's no parts on the car that are from a kit. There's no parts from a donor car. I designed and engineered the suspension. It has optimized geometry suspension that I wrote a computer program for to make work. Wow. I used to make racing wheels and hubs. These are my wheels.
I think you said that when you won the award out here.
I did, and this is a 600 cubic inch SVO big block.
All right, guys.
The only parts on the motor that are stock are the water pump gasket and the oil pan gasket. It has a 4 1/4 inch throttle body, which I made. These are 55 pound/hour injectors pointing at each of the valves. These are Allen root heads that have been ported. The dry sump pump I bought from Bobby Labonte, the real McCoy, the old man.
No shit.
At his shop in North Carolina. I bought him from Beecher, his engine man.
Yeah, so what would be cooler than to walk up on something like this as the band is playing right behind. This guy here is a winner. That's what he's showing. Everybody looks tired, huh? Let's take a look at it. There's a lot going on underneath there. Let's check out what he did with his tin work. Anybody know what year it is?
Before the night is through. We'll be back in about a half hour, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good time looking at all the cars. We are the Melanie Roy Band. Thank you very much.
All right, so there's your send off to the
right here on
Melanie Roy
right
Band.
Corner. It's up to 400. I'm Tony. I have that black Cobra sitting there out front.
All right, we got Tony here. Let him talk about his.
That is a replica Cobra. There's very few real parts on it. I'm an ex-GM engineer. Don't hold that against me necessarily.
Okay.
But I designed that car.
A GM
from the ground up.
engineer.
I used to make racing wheels and hubs. Those are my wheels that are on it.
This guy has quite a story.
It's a monster to drive. In fact, if you look at the dashboard,
no doubt.
There's a signature on there. There's some graffiti. An old guy named Alan Grant. He once drove for a guy named Shelby. Anyhow. And he took this for a ride a couple of weeks ago.
We all know who that guy is.
Beast he's ever driven. And I second that. The name over the fender there says it all. It says it's Death Wish 1. And if you put your foot in it, that's probably what you'll get. You got to be really, really careful. It took me, I started it in 1989. It took me 22 years to get it on the road and a whole pile of money, but it's been a lot of fun. That's about what we got today.
Yeah, you're right, that is a beast. Now those Hoosiers, do you pick up a lot of rocks with those when you warm up those tires?
Yeah, good question.
So I don't want to follow you down the road, right?
Please don't. No.
Now how do you keep that thing cool with all that kind of horsepower and cubes?
Well, it cools okay as long as you're moving. It has a big aluminum radiator and it is dry sump, so there's an awful lot of cooling that goes on with the oil as well that goes through the engine.
Now, has anybody burned their leg or whatever hopping out and hitting that, even though you got the protectors for the side exhaust, so it took that warm up pretty quick?
Yeah, mostly spectators when they come up and I like park it at a show or something. That's mostly the problem.
I did that myself today. Well, you're the winner of the Colombian Cool Ride Award. Yeah. So thank you very much for being here, and be sure to bring that beast back again, okay? Nice to see you. Thanks.
All right, so there's your story, gearheads.
Well, we're working our way down the pile here.
This car is an incredible ride. It has over 724 horsepower and 805 foot-pounds of torque. When you put your foot in it, it goes really, really fast.
Man, there's no doubt. Man, I mean, there's been so many stories about these cars, about when people put their foot into it,
Yeah.
what happens?
What happens when
There's
you
been
do
some
this?
bad things have happened with these Cobras.
This one will come around on you, but what you do is you have to watch the yellow line, keep your hands on the steering wheel,
Really?
forget the dashboard and everything else.
Oh, yeah?
Put your foot in it,
Uh-huh.
and then say, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty simple explanation. But you know what? That might save your, it might save your freaking life. All right, guys, this is the car here. We've seen it before. We're digging this car like crazy. This is a BaddAzz car. This is going on the list for BaddAzz Portland cars, and I have to take a look at these tires. It says Hoosier right there. There's a lot of rubber underneath this car. What size are those tires, man?
We've got 16 by 10 road race tires in the front and 16 by 14 road race tires in the back.
These are 16 by 14 road race tires, gearheads and Pro Street guys. So on a track, I don't think you want to take him on. But we're going to show you underneath. Hopefully you guys will be happy with this, because I'm going to send it to you. All right? You're from Vancouver? All right. Thanks, my man. The only other thing I want to have is hear this thing. All right, gearheads, now remember, if you're watching this on Facebook, if you look right up there, there's a little button you can press and share this thing instantly. Or you can go down here and you can like it, or share it, or even leave a comment. Leave a comment, guys. Now, if you guys are on YouTube, if you look right up here, there's a little button you can press. It'll take you right to Gearheads World. You know, if you go right down here, you can subscribe. If you go right down here, you can like it. Go ahead and do it. What the heck?